NAMM review. So as you guys may have heard, I was invited to Anaheim to attend the NAMM 2020 show this January. And in part of that invitation was an obligation to make some content surrounding NAMM. So in this video, what I've got for you is 5 do's and 5 don'ts for when you do go to NAMM. And I'll probably slip a couple extras in there as well. So let's get started. So number 1. Plan out what you want to see and figure out your days in advance. So they post the schedule for all of the classes and all of the events and who's going to be there well in advance. So I would recommend going to the NAMM website and kind of making a list of what you want to see and which days you're going to attend and where you're going to be, because it really is a huge event and there is so much going on that it's really easy to get overwhelmed. So that brings us to number 2, which is download the app and set up a schedule. They have a fantastic app where you can make a list of all your favorite brands. You can see what booth number they're at, as well as what classes are going on each day and what location they're in. And they also have a really handy map right inside the app that you can use to kind of find your way around the place. But don't worry, they also do have real maps around the complex and a lot of people that are there to help you find where you want to go. I was really blown away by how quick and clean it was and well put together. It really made the experience a lot better. Number 3, don't skip out on the classes. I would definitely recommend some of the longer ones. They have a lot more structure to them, the 1-hour classes. There are 2 types. If I can remember, there were 30-minute lectures and there were 1-hour lectures. The 1-hour lectures had a lot more structure, and some of the good ones were how to make virtual instruments sound real. Another one was how to use technology in creative ways, how to market yourself, how to do brand deals, and a whole lot of really interesting stuff that can help musicians and people in the music industry. Some of the half-hour ones were around songwriting and around personal artistic development. I found that the content wasn't as meaty as the 1-hour lectures. The first 10 minutes are all introductions and, here's this person, this is what they've done, and just kind of going through the panel. And the last 10 minutes are gonna be questions, which may be useful to you, but realize that you're only gonna get about 10 minutes of content in there. So what I ended up doing was, for a lot of these, there were a lot of classes that I wanted to see that were overlapping. So I'd go to the first 15, 20 minutes of one, and when I felt like it was wrapping up and I got the gist, I would head over and catch the back half of the next one. It's not that there's anything wrong with these half-hour ones. Many of them are like live webinars. They're to promote a course or a book or a service that they're offering. And honestly, that's great. And I would love to do that one day. I wonder what it takes to set up a lecture at NAMM. I'll have to look into that. And number 4 on the list of things you should do when you come to NAMM is to bring drumsticks or bring a pick, whatever accoutrement you need for the instrument that you play, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities to play these instruments, but often there's not, well, at least in my experience, there's not a lot of picks or sticks to go around to actually be able to try out a lot of this stuff. They are quite competitive, and each booth might only have like 1 pair of sticks. So if you really want to be trying stuff out on the regular, it would be better to bring your own. Yes, you are allowed to bring bags into NAMM, but they will bag check you at the entrance. Number 5 would probably be to bring earplugs, because it gets really, really loud in there, especially in the drum section. But don't worry, I believe that these are provided by the NAMM organization and you can find them pretty easily. I did find a pair, but I also brought my own. But beyond that, be ready to meet cool people. There's a whole ton of people that you can meet at NAMM. It's so dense with talent and personality. And I got to meet Sylvia Massey, and at the same time, Tom Lord Alge was giving a talk at the Waves booth. Got to meet Ryan from Access Analog, who's a company that I've done a few videos on. Daniel from DistroKid, who's another sponsor of the channel. Zach got to meet Benny Greb, which was really great. Definitely just walk around, have some patience, and you'll be amazed of who you run into. Okay, so now we got to talk about the stuff that was not super awesome. Okay, so number 1, the parking. Do not, if you can avoid it, do not park at NAMM. This was kind of one of the biggest debates that I had going to Los Angeles was, do we rely on ride sharing or do we rent a car? And we decided to rent a car, and we got an upgrade to this beautiful 2020 red Mustang. It was a lot of fun to drive around and just have some fun with. But where it was really a bummer was the parking, because Los Angeles, very populated city. There are a lot of people, a lot of cars, not a lot of parking. There is a lot of parking at the NAMM venue, but it fills up really quick. So a lot of neighborhoods and businesses won't let you park there unless you're a resident or unless you buy something. So we ended up ditching the car at a Starbucks, buying a coffee to validate the parking, whatever that means. And yeah, we took an Uber down the street back to the venue and it was no problem. And the Uber driver actually gave us a tip that the Cheesecake Factory, which is a little bit closer to the Anaheim Convention Center, will validate parking up to 3 hours without a purchase. So yeah, if you're going to NAMM, check out the Cheesecake Factory for parking. So it's not only the parking that sucks, it's also the accommodations staying there that is rather expensive. The hotel block that NAMM puts up is, in my opinion, overly inflated for the event. I guarantee that if you were to look at prices for hotels in that area a week before NAMM, it would be a lot cheaper. And what they do is they mark up the price and then NAMM gives a slight discount to offset that a little bit, but we were able to find much cheaper accommodation, no problem. So there are two guys from my town that went down to NAMM and they told me they paid almost $1,000 for the week for their hotel, which was like a Best Western, where we stayed just outside of Compton on El Segundo. We paid $400 for the week and we were close to a lot of really great food. We got to see a lot of cool sights. We got to drive through Compton. We got to go to Santa Monica and Venice Beach. I'm getting ahead of myself. Point is, entertain staying outside of Anaheim and driving in because it's a zoo around there. The hotels are just, you know, overpriced and not worth it in my opinion. The third don't that you shouldn't do, don't get lost, okay? This place is huge. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. You wanna make sure to grab a map or ask for directions or download the app to find your way around and to not get turned around and lost and miss an event that you might be late for. It can happen. I got turned around a few times, so don't let it happen to you. Number 4 is don't lose your badge, and I was really bad when we switched hotels. I lost my badge, and long story short, they were really great. There are badge will call places that you can go get another badge. They gave me one for free, but I think they were just nice to me because I was media. I think you would have to pay, I heard, up to $100 if you replace your badge. So yeah, don't let that out of your sight. Don't be an idiot like me. And number 5, don't forget to explore. I mean, NAMM is great. I went for 3 out of the 5 days, but you're in California, you're in Los Angeles. Zach and I did a whole food tour. We did all you can eat sushi in Long Beach. We ate tacos in Hollywood, a whole ton of tacos all around Los Angeles, all around Compton, all around Anaheim. And there's so much stuff to see. Venice Beach, Beverly Hills, to just drive around and just have a good time. Maybe this is me as a Canadian. You know, we spend like 7 months out of the year inside because it's absolutely freezing here. The week that I went to California, it was minus 40 degrees here in Edmonton, which is just, it's insane. I don't even know why people live here, but being able to take a dip in the ocean in January was just like, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. So I would definitely recommend going to NAMM. As long as you plan ahead and you know why you're going there, you know what you want to see, you're going to have an absolute fantastic time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. So if you went to NAMM, let me know in the comments what was your favorite experience of NAMM and what was something that you wish you knew before you went. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Stepping the wax down low, I'm in 2 souls, posing a threat. You know you don't hold a candle to the wicked, the sickest, the milk delicious. Yeah, wipe before your eyes and make them melt they britches. It's 21.5, it's Fox, they mimic the sound, the way we known to get down. Got the vibe, the rhythm, the snide precision. Got the tribe here kicking with some wiry women. Slipping, diss like we high school hippin'. Hopping through the hurdles in this life we're living. Mock no turtles, never entered in the rat race. Make thoughts full circle, still you slow on the uptake. A frustrate, fiddle, mustard, musk cake. Middling with substrate, you piddle in your pant leg quick.
This is a taco from, what was it, like Burrito King?
Yeah.
Not Burger King. Some Burrito King. Gonna add some of the sauce to it. Get a close up on that. Oh yeah. Doing food reviews in a car. It's never been done before.
This is taco number 8 of the day.
Yep. You got, what is it? Was it a pork?
Pork.
Pork taco? Pork taco going in.
That is legitimately, I think, taco number 8.
8th taco of the day. I like these. They double wrap them You keep in all the salsa and stuff. There's 2 layers of tortilla there. Look at that. All meat, onion, salsa, some cilantro.
No fillers.
No fillers,
No
none
fillers.
of that.
All killer, no filler.
All killer, no filler. Oh.
Oh yeah, shove that fucking food down, you fucking pig. Look at this. This is the pinnacle of American gluttony right here. Oh, think about all the stuff.